looking. So if you're done, what I want you to do is just look at tomorrow's. Remember that tomorrow night's homework is going to be reviewing our math for today that's on the back for our quiz. We're adding. So are we going to get a bigger number or a smaller number? Bigger. What do I add first? 8 what is 8 plus 4? 12. I put my 2 there, carry my plus 1. 1 plus 7 plus 4 is? 13. 12. Let's count. 1 plus 7 is? 8. 8 plus 4. We could use our touch point. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Put your 2, carry your plus 1. 1 plus 6 is? 7. Let's do our touch points again. 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, put your 1, carry your plus 1. What do we see right here?
A comma.
What does that mean?
And.
What? No, what means and? Not a comma.
A decimal.
Decimal, good, Kendall. What does comma mean? That means we're going to, Savion, raise your hand. Savion, what is it? Means thousands. Good. Now I bring that comma down. 1 plus 7 is? 8. 8 plus 5?
13.
Oh, we're hearing some. Let's do touch points all time. We have 8,
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Good. Now what do I do? That's not the answer. I'm forgetting something. Who sees what I'm forgetting? William?
Because I went to play attention adding it because that was a little subtracting. Because I was so very happy.
We're adding, but what did we forget to bring down?
To bring down and then the add and then the plus 1 it's 13. It's 13 and what?
What's this called?
$1.
A dollar sign. We have to bring down our dollar sign. Because when we add money, we have to make sure the dollar sign comes down. Questions?
Nope.
All set on this one?
Yes.
Thanks. All right, let's go on. 89 to 85. Did this number get bigger or did it get smaller? Smaller. So raise your hand and tell me how do I get a smaller number in math? What operation? Our 4 operations are in the back. Alex.
Subtract.
You subtract. 89 minus what gave you 85? Raise your hand. Molly?
4.
4. 85 to 81 is also a minus what, Harrison? 4. So what is my pattern? Dylan? We're taking away 4. So what is 81 minus 4?
77.
All right, raise your hand and tell me what I do now.
Minus
Ivy, raise your hand.
You subtract 77 from 4 and make it 73.
73. What about last step? Jack?
73 minus 4 equals 69.
Very good. Alright, we found a sequence using our patterns there. This was a learning target that we learned a couple of weeks ago and we're building on. Who remembers how we check this? Who remembers how we check it? Hannah? We go back and add. We do 69 plus 4 is 73. 73 plus 4 is 77. 77 plus 4 is 81. Questions?
No.
All right. Give me a thumbs up if you're good. Good. All right. This problem asks, is 1/2 and 3/8 equal? Well, if you look at your number line down at the bottom, you'll see that 3/8 is right here and 1/2. Do they fall in the same part of the number line? No. So are they going to be equal? No. So we just write the word N-O, no. And we always, what in math? We fractions are equal fractions. What does equal mean? We talked about it yesterday. Who remembers? Emma? Equal means same. What two fractions are the same on this number line? Someone I haven't heard from. Eli?
1/2 and 4/8.
Look, we have 1/2 right here and 4/8. If I was to plot that on my number line, would it be the same?
Yes.
Yes.
Remember, this is just like if in this picture, if I drew a square, think of our Hershey's bar. We cut it in half. We each get a half here. Here I'm going to cut it into what? 8. Oops, not going to equal. And then I color in 4. Did I still get half of it?
Yes.
I still got half of it. It's just that it's in smaller pieces. All right, any questions on math for today? I'm going to help some of you get started on our study guide. Because we have what tomorrow, eh?
Yes.
Test. So we're going to take out our packet at the end so that Miss Slater and I can help some of you. All right, so where does this go? Raise your hand and tell me. Anna? Homework folder on what side? Savion? Return to school. Go ahead and put that away. I want everyone to take out their math notebook.
I already did.
Take out their math notebook.
You did it already, that's great. Just goes in your phone.
Name one of the words, Kendall.
One.
And what goes with prime? Not prime, it's what, Elijah Jordan?
It is composite.
Composite. Prime and composite. So we've talked about this so much that today I have a special treat for you. One, we're going to review this prank call. We watched this when we first learned about prime and composite numbers, but you can turn off the front step. We did this when we first learned about prime and composites. But now I want you to watch this knowing what you know about prime and composites. And I bet you'll understand Moby and Tim better. You're listening, so I'm going to pause and ask a question.
Hey, what's going on? You didn't say anything. Those are just beeps. Are you feeling okay? Wait, 2 beeps, 3 beeps, 5 beeps. I see what you're doing. Let me guess, 7 beeps is next? Man, I'm good.
Before he even says it, those beeps all represent what type of numbers? Raise your hand. What type of numbers, Jack?
Prime numbers.
They represent prime numbers. See, when we first watched this, we didn't know that, did we? So this is something that we learned.
Dear Tim and Moby, what are prime numbers? Thanks, Giovanni. As you've noticed, Moby's been rattling off different numbers of beeps. Each of those numbers happens to be a prime number, which is a whole number greater than 1 that is divisible by exactly 2 numbers, 1 and itself. Put another way, a prime number can have only 2 factors. So 7 is a prime number because it has only 2 factors, 1 and 7. Okay, I challenge you to find a number other than 1 or 7 that divides evenly into it. Thought so. Okay, based on our definition, 1 can't be a prime number because it's only divisible by one number, 1. And a number like 8 is also not prime because it has 4 factors, 1, 8, 2, and 4. Numbers that are divisible by more than 2 numbers are called composite numbers.
So what is a composite
That's
number?
what?
Raise your hand. Gia.
3 or more factors.
3 or more factors.
I'll just
Think
practice
Moby's
over
using
it.
prime numbers?
Let's start.
Not so sure. Communicating with alien civilization. Okay. Okay, you've been watching way too many sci-fi movies. The fact is, prime numbers have fascinated human civilization for as long as people have been studying math. We're pretty sure the ancient Egyptians knew about prime numbers, though the ancient Greeks were probably the first to really study them. The famous Greek mathematician Euclid wrote an entire book on the subject. He
Alright,
wrote
we're
about...
gonna skip forward a little bit. Alright, how many of you on your project did a hundreds chart?
Oh, yeah.
Good. Yes, okay. They're going to show us some tips and then we're going to
Since one
explain
isn't a
why.
prime, cross it out.
Someone tell me why they crossed off 1. Why did they get rid of 1? So today, when you leave, you're going to use what you learned from Brain Pop to do your ticket out the door. If you get a green sticky note, you're going to put it over a prime number. Those of you that get a pink sticky note are going to put it over a what type number? A composite number. Should anything be put over 1?
No.
Because it is not what? It's not prime and it's not composite. So, I hope you remember. Alright, how many of you feel like you have mastered prime and composite? Raise your hand. Okay, we have talked about prime and composite. We have had 6 quizzes on our math for today. It's been on there 6 times. Miss Bennett feels like most everyone in here is a prime and composite expert. So when we master a concept, if you look in your notebook, normally you write your I can statement because we haven't learned quite everything yet. But just like Miss Bennett has them on my back wall, my pretty colored ones, I have one for you today that you get to paste in your math notebook. This means that this is a concept that you know how to do every part of this 4th grade standard. So let's look at what we're going to write. The first thing you're going to write in your math notebook for today is lesson 55, prime and composite numbers, factors and multiples. And just like my I can statement, I'm going to give you your I can statement, and we are going to paste our learning target into our notebook. Where are we going to paste it?
In our notebook.
Let's read our I can statement together. I can. No, repeat after me. I can find factor pairs for whole numbers between 1 and 100. I can determine whether a number is prime or composite. So, you're going to write lesson 55, prime and composite numbers, factors and multiples, and paste this right below it just like we have up here. All set?
You bet.
Alright, raise your hand if you need help. I've passed them out. There is glue in your buckets. The front row, and you pass that grab a glue. Get it, Eric? You can go to a new page. Okay? Because we're going to have lots of notes today. Is it how we write 5? Flip it. Good job. Right, you don't have, you don't have to write that. Oh, you're right, factors and multiples. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, remember, just a couple dots of blue. Let me see the lid. What's wrong? No, honey, nothing.
Make sure that you write it so that you can read it.
Right here.
Can you read the chat?
Good? What's that?
It's kind of hard to read.
Good. You brought your own. Alright, you won't need yours. Well, you might at the end. Alright, raise your hand if you feel with again. I want some of you to tell me some words that you think you're going to see in this flip chart. Tell me some words that we've used. Elijah? Maybe the word equal. Kendall? Factors. That's a very good word. Emma? Factor pairs. Dylan?
One.
Prime. Gia?
Multiplies.
Multiples. Composite.
Prime.
Prime. Same. Dividing, multiplying. I'm looking for someone that might remember how we factor. Miss Bennett taught us a special way. Who remembers it? Called factor something. Starts with an R. Jack.
Rainbow.
Factor rainbows. Remember, we made rainbows that day in math. You're not supposed to make rainbows in math. All right, everyone. I want you to go ahead. Copy prime. Prime is exactly 2 factors. Give me a thumbs up if that's a true statement. That is true. This is the prime and composite. Prime and composite is exactly what's in our learning target. Raise your hand if you think you know prime and composite. I want you to take your hand and give yourselves a pat on the back for knowing that prime and composite. This is our learning target. What was our target? I want to hear, what was our learning target for this standard? What was the learning target? Learning what a prime number is versus a composite number. You guys have all got this. Give me a thumbs up. That is a great job. Great job.